In this video, you'll learn how to create and submit service-delivered billing entries for Transportation Service OR005. To take the steps in this video, you'll need the Claims Manager role either for your foster care provider or the agency provider. To begin, we'll access the page by going to Plan of Care, Service Delivered, Create Service Delivered Entries from Single Service Authorization. On this page, I can enter in search criteria to return a list of authorizations that I'm able to bill against. I'm going to enter in a client prime and select Find. From the results list, I see all the authorizations for this individual that were active as of these effective and end dates. Looking down here, I can see the service prior authorization. I can click the blue hyperlink if I want more information, but I can see that this is for OR005 mileage service to and from work at a fixed rate for the number of miles of 278 per month. To create SDs for this mileage service, click the $sign. Now that I'm on the Service Delivered by Service Authorization page, I can enter SDs for the number of miles that I've driven this individual on specific dates. Now, a key point for this is that mileage SDs for OR005 are for the total miles driven for an individual on the day that they were provided that service. It's not a once per month billing for the total miles driven for that individual for that month.
So as an example, let's say that on 6/1/2023, I drove this individual 3 different times. Once for 5 miles, once for 10 miles, and once for 2 miles. So on the first, the total miles driven for that individual was 17. Then I select Save All, and now I can enter in another SD. And let's say that on 06/02/2023, that I drove this individual 1 time, and the total miles driven was 23. Now I'm going to select Save All, and for this last entry, let's say that I drove this individual on June 4th, 2023, and I drove them twice, once for 4 miles and once for 5 miles. So the total miles entered is 9. Then I select Save All. So you can see here that each individual day I bill the total miles that were driven for that individual. And I don't enter in all the month's miles on one day. As a note, if you're driving multiple individuals at the same time, see the Community Transportation Worker Guide that's produced by the ODDS policy team. In that guide, there's also an Excel spreadsheet tool that's provided to help you calculate the miles per individual to bill when you're transporting multiple people. Now that I have all of my SDs created, I can take action on them by checking the box next to each SD or selecting the All checkbox. Then I can either void, submit, or delete, depending on the status that the SD is in. In this situation, I want to submit all of these so that I get paid for these services. So I'll click Submit. And after the submission processes, I can scroll down and see that these have all moved to approved status.